Hello everybody and welcome to this, your Aquarius January 2025 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, Clairvoyant. Well, I have a really good deck for you this month. It's full of art which is from the Surrealism school or period of art, but there's nothing weird going on like some of that surrealistic stuff. This is really approachable, and I really like it, so I'm sure that you're going to enjoy it as well. Now, you will know, of course, that I provide clairvoyant readings to people from all over the world via FaceTime and Skype, and they go for about an hour and a half. And if you would be interested to see what's involved in that, check out the information that's in the description. I charge for those. The prices are set out in different currencies. There's another gift, though, which I offer, which I don't charge for. It's free, and that is the gift of healing. It takes about 45 minutes. The healing comes through me and not from me, as you would understand. And where it comes from, well, you can probably put two and two together. Now, it was provided to me on the basis at birth that I get nothing in return for it, and I am to provide it to people who ask, because it's my sole duty to do it, and so I do it willingly. Now, don't be shy if this calls to you. The details are in the description, because I do people every day from this channel, as well as readings, of course, and I set aside time each day for the healings. So you might just be at your wit's end about something, or you run out of steam, or there's problems with work, or there's emotional issues, or physical issues. Then just reach out. As I say, I'm more than happy to set something up. And as I say, it takes about 3/4 of an hour, sometimes a bit longer. And I don't want anything in return. There's nothing, no obligation, nothing at all. Now, there's no ads in this, so you get to enjoy the experience direct. Now, show me the magic and see what's here for my Aquarius friend. The 8 of Pentacles. This is the Knight of Wands. Good. This is the King of Cups. Gee, a couple of people there already for you. Might this be 3 of Swords? And what's going on here? Not too concerned about that 3 of Swords. I'm getting a lot of Saturn energy around it, which is your planet. I'm just getting Saturn coming up at me right now. And, well, we'll see in just a second, because they all have to interact with one another. And finally, what is there here? And it is the Hanged Man. Well, why don't I bring the camera around so you and I can have a good close look at the imagery that's on these paintings together while I do the reading for you. What a great month for you. Tremendous success coming your way, and what's being told to you is to be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. What's coming up here? Yeah, I'll do this first. Let's have a look at it. This 3. Now, the astrology of this, where it's placed, oh, it's good, because it is Saturn, your planet, in the 2nd decan of Libra, the 3rd of October to the 12th of October. Now, this is good, because Saturn is exalted in Libra. So it's good for you being your planet, and doesn't have associated with it a lot of the drama and aggravation that might otherwise be around. Now, Saturn, though, as you know, actually what I might do is I'll pin to the top of the comments a video that I did on what the spiritual meaning of the planets are. Saturn is the last one. It's time chaptered, so you can just go straight to Saturn. I think it runs for about 10 minutes, if you're interested. But Saturn is a strict teacher, and it makes all the impurities, all the things that are fake in your life, be called into question, and it blocks all comfortable avenues of escape. And I think the lesson to be learned here is no less than the then you getting on top of care and worry, particularly about past hurts, past events, past problems, because a brooding, distrustful outlook, well, you've got to see that as negative energy, which separates you from your origins with the beloved. Now, this can also refer to, I think, a tension-loaded, three-sided relationship, and this energy is sort of coming in some way to try and explode or destroy that. And in a three-sided problem, well, this situation will require you to make clear decisions, because any attempt to avoid making them will cause you sorrow and worry. Do you know that at times it may seem as though you and your past are one? Sometimes you might fail to draw the difference, to see the line between what has happened to you and who you are today. Now, if you have a hard time getting beyond that damaging mindset, well, this is giving you encouragement right now. You are not your past. Although you are changed and shaped by past experiences, who you were yesterday does not control the person you are today, nor does it affect the potential of who you may become tomorrow. Now, it's that time of year, I suppose, where there are clean-outs going on. Maybe they're people or situations where you let go of things. Well, letting go is one of the major cornerstones of being set free, to make a decision to release whatever is holding you back. Don't hold on to anything that is not empowering you to move forward. See, in reality, you always have the option of choosing whether you will focus on a hurtful past or fill your mind with uplifting thoughts of the present and all of its blessings. Your mind can't focus on both negative and positive ideas at the same time. The other thing I think that this is saying to you is that in this day and age where everything runs 24/7 and it's all social media and it's whack, 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 information all the time, things seem very fragile. And the fragility of our era is that you don't believe that there is a hand to come down and lift you up. You don't believe that there are arms that will wrap around you and flood you with unlimited, sumptuous love. And one of the great things about life is that you can always start over. There are always new beginnings and second chances. That's what the beloved specializes in. Now, this is saying, I think, also that while you might feel overwhelmed at times and held back by painful memories, haunting fears, or remorse, or shame, or guilt, the power of the beloved in your present life is not limited by what took place in your past. You are governed and manipulated by your painful memories. You could fall into the trap here of allowing your past to control your future. But when you remember that you are a child of the beloved, you'll see, by handing over the controls, that amazing things do happen in your life. And you can start now and have a brand new ending. So this energy really is a call to you to make clear, unwavering decisions about who and what belongs in your life and what your plans are step by step going forward. Because only in this way, I think, can the lost balance, which is the Libra aspect, be regained. But always do understand this and say to yourself, listen, every problem contains its own solution. And interestingly enough, there is, as I say, well, there's no coincidences with these, are there? Here is the Hanged Man. It's a nice painting, isn't it? Let's have a look at this, shall we? And see what there is here. Now, I get the planet Neptune around here. That's sort of that watery planet of Neptune, water because of its blue colour, I think. Look, this is referring to, I think that there is the end of a situation now for you, or the end of a relationship which is stuck, and you will be letting go, giving up, surrendering, and learning to see life in a new way. There is also here, and you'll be feeling it within you, the need to break through old behavior patterns that are no longer serving you. I do think that the point is being reached where you can no longer avoid seeing the naked realities. There's nothing left but to face up to them and let go. Now, very importantly, and this is very emotionally charged here because of the water that's around it, and the water, of course, refers to, for me anyway, with emotions. Well, the emotions are like water, and you should let them flow. I think you have the opportunity to repair a situation that's related to an emotional event, or to repair anything which you have intentionally or unintentionally messed up to do with an emotional event. But this is saying that first and foremost, you must be loving towards yourself. Go easy on yourself. Don't be hard. Be soft. Care about yourself. Learn how to forgive yourself again and again and again. 7 times. 77 times, 777 times. Learn how to forgive yourself. Don't be hard, and don't be antagonistic towards yourself. Don't talk yourself down, because then, when you forgive yourself, you will flower. And in that flowering, you will attract some other flower. That is just natural. Stones attract stones. Flowers attract flowers. And then there is a relationship which has grace, which has beauty, and which has blessings in it. And if you can find such a relationship, your relationship will grow into living acknowledgement of the beloved. Your love will become an ecstasy, and through love, you will know where your real home is. But when I say don't be hard on yourself, please remember that the lightning has never apologized for breaking the skies open. The ocean has never said sorry for sinking ships. You, as well, must never apologize for being a force of nature. And as you love the lightning, and as you love the oceans, so shall you love yourself. The skies are yours. The depths are yours. That's okay. After all, immortal is not a small nor a simple thing. It's only children would think that it's easy. And I would say this to the women in the audience. At some point in a woman's life, she just gets tired of being ashamed all the time. And after that, she's free to become whoever she truly is. So I think it is now possible for you to recognize where you might be stuck and in which areas of your life there is a stagnation. Rather than a flowing, rather than a flowering, there isn't anything to do. The mere act of you understanding your reality clearly makes the change possible. Now, in what areas of your life do you feel that you are stuck? Are you ready to recognize and let go of those old concrete, solid thought and behavior patterns? Say this to yourself. I value breaking ineffective old patterns. I trust and have deep faith in the essence of who I am. I surrender to the higher path and to God's will. I let go and realize, follow, and accept the will of the divine in my life, which reveals itself to me step by step. Now we can see the success starting to come into the picture for you here, because this is, what would that be? That would be the sun in the first decan of Virgo. Right, good. 23rd of August to the 2nd of September. I also have a mystical association with the number 8 with the planet of Virgo as well. So that's good because with Mercury rather in the planet, in the numerology of the number 8, which is good because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and it is also exalted in Virgo. So this is really very favorable here. And here, now with the sun in Virgo, the sun is energizing Virgo's hard work and attention to detail. So there is, as a result, a flowering of your internal and external riches, a wisdom, a development. There's a carefulness and a prudence around here. It's a time of flowering for you that relates to internal and external richness on all 4 levels of being. Long hidden abilities and possibilities are really becoming visible to you now. Now this number 8, that also stands for harmony, adjustment and balance. And as you unfold in equal measure on all levels of being, a deep sense of psychic balance develops. And this, in turn, affects your dealings with everything on the material plane and everything to do in relationships with people. You know, sometimes there is a strength in doing nothing at all. Plant the seeds like a farmer, fertilize them, water them, and wait for the crops to grow before the harvest. Now, there is a sense here that you could be being quite cautious about things, taking calculated risks, maybe being careful with money. And this is also about you not overextending yourself or underextending yourself, really, but just being in the sweet spot so that you can see how things are to be obtained. Now, this is telling me that you need time and patience to develop something. Don't rush it. I think it's probably something of a long-term thing. As I say, like that farmer, be prepared to bide your time and let it come to fruit in its own way. This is, though, giving you encouragement to keep doing what you're doing, as it is going to lead to success. Now, of course, it's going to require dedication, focus, patience. But as time passes by, every day you're getting closer to your goals. Now, it may not be apparent to you, but events are unfolding around you which are going to guide you to your destination. Now, that which is coming into flower in you really is of exquisite beauty and delicacy now, so provide for it the protection and the nourishment it needs. You don't have to force anything. It all happens at the right time. So say to yourself, look, I am protected. I can relax and trust life. But it's also the case that this is now really is a turning point for you. If things have been going a little slowly, if it's been something of a barren, dry past, it's the rain is coming. Now there is here the really much, it's a dynamic energy here. A lot of Cancer around it, a lot of Leo. They may be important to you, I think. I think what will happen is that you will have the heart of a lion like Leo, and you'll stand for honesty and integrity and what you believe to be for the common good. There's a strong sense of morality to this energy here. Now, this is, as I say, a turning point when things haven't been going so well. And what you must do is you must use the intellect. You must use the enthusiasm and the smarts that this character has to push you forward with the same confidence that he has. I think you'll be swift, strong. You might be quite impulsive from time to time, but generous and with a sense of humor. Now, this is encouraging you to re-engage in life and be ready to tackle any challenges that come your way. This is also encouraging you to have a lust for life. Suck it all in. Be generous and maintain a sense of humor. You have all that you need. Don't let yourself be contained. Don't let yourself be slowed down. Life is prepared to receive you. So trust your boundless creative potential. Now, what challenges are present in your life? Spread your arms wide and breathe deeply into your heart and say, I love life and life loves me. And then we turn finally to this. Let's have a look here and see what we've got. Here is the King of Cups. A lot of Pisces around this, I have to say. A lot of capacity for giving and reaching higher emotional planes you'll have now. You might run across a person. I'm thinking a lot of this is related to somebody else that you should just keep an eye on during this period. And it can be of either gender, but I'll refer to it as a male for the obvious reason. This is a man with commitment issues. Someone who's friendly, but kind of passive. Someone who's attracted to excitement. And someone who has an unsustainable enthusiasm for people or projects or pursuits. They're sensitive, but they're really quite shallow. And without luck, you might see that they have tended to have mismanaged their affairs, work history, relationship history, to the extent that it looks like a record of unbroken failure. There is here the King. Well, esoterically, that's fire, and cups is water, esoterically, so fire and water, they don't mix. So you could have someone who's got mental civil wars raging inside of them that can lead to substance abuse, possibly even mental illness. They can be very, very unpredictable. Now, at best, this is a person who is loving and generous, supportive and tender, and they could even, funnily enough, be capable of some high spiritual achievement. But this is not someone, I don't think, who's going to be in your life for very long. And the lesbian and gay audience, please make the necessary adjustment here, but this is someone who loves the opposite sex, and the opposite sex loves him. He's very, very charming, but just not very deep. Someone ruled by the emotions, not practical, and will try to get out of picking up their share of things that they would otherwise be responsible for. Now, this is someone who is intensely insecure, who needs constant reassurances. And let's say they can be unfaithful, fickle, highly emotional, and unreliable. But nevertheless, you have now, I think here also, with this card and the scenery going on here, I think this is speaking for you of inner contentment and great happiness, which will radiate outward to enrich those around you, either emotionally or spiritually. Now, I do think that you are meeting up with the people that you have like minds with. What a fantastic set of cards for you. Made so much better for you being here. Well, didn't I tell you that was interesting art, and I'm sure that you would have enjoyed it as much as I did. Now, of course, the new calendar year, and my best wishes to you all. Now, unless I see you again privately, either for a clairvoyant reading or for healing, then I'll see you again next month. And until then, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, it's bye for now.